हेलो मेरा नाम है यश चावला. आप देख रहे हैं CricBait IPL अड्डा ऑन एडिटर जी. काफी इंटरेस्टिंग मुकाबला है आज because it is the two ends of the spectrum and they're going to meet tonight in Mumbai. The match is between Mumbai Indians and Gujarat Titans. Surprising इसलिए कि Mumbai not expected are sitting at the bottom of the points table and Gujarat Titans are on top of the points table. And to discuss this, I have with me an indie pop singer-songwriter Anchit Magi and also my colleague Khyati Patel. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. तो पहले तो मैं आपसे प्रेडिक्शन ले लेता हूं. I will start with the guest. Anchit, what is your prediction and why?
Gujarat, because they've been unbelievable this season.
You don't think the law of averages will catch up with Gujarat sometime?
They're too lucky for that to happen.
Okay, ख्याति बेन, आप भी बता दो कौन जीतेगा, गुजरात के मुंबई?
Gujarat, because to support Mumbai is blasphemy for a KKR fan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because of your amazing, head-to-head record. But anyway, in दो teams का head-to-head record है ही नहीं because they're playing each other for the first time. It is interesting because Hardik Pandya, the captain of Gujarat Titans, is up against his former team after winning so many titles. Anchit, this will be interesting. Former player against yourself. मतलब you've seen that on a football pitch so many times. Goal करके सब शांत हो जाते हैं. Something of that sort is going to happen.
Definitely, and हमें ये भी नहीं पता है कि how did that separation take place? Did he want to be retained or did he not? We're not sure. We just know that he did want to try being a captain. So we feel like Hardik Pandya पे इस साल बहुत criticism भी रहा है because he doesn't bowl as much and he's not a proper all-rounder anymore as people say. So I feel like he will finally relish this chance and he will do very well in my opinion.
Absolutely. Hold that thought about Hardik Pandya's bowling because we're going to talk about it in detail. But Khyati, if I have to airdrop you to the Mumbai Indians dressing room right before the toss, what is that one 70-minute kind of a speech you would give to the Mumbai Indians? Because कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है उनके साथ.
I'm like जाओ खेल लो, मजे ही करके वापस आ जाओ. अब तो doesn't look like उनका कोई कुछ होने वाला है. Like 2 points from so many games. So I'll be like, देखो, do what you want, just go have fun. क्योंकि जीतना और एक ट्रॉफी तो मुमकिन है नहीं, तो मजे ही कर लो.
Okay. Anchit, what is your word of advice for Gujarat Titans if I had to, surprisingly airdrop you to Gujarat's management?
I would say just keep doing what you're doing. You've had a couple of losses, but ऐसे चलता जा रहा है, वो लक पे लक उनका चलता जा रहा है. They're the most clutch team in IPL that I've ever seen. वो सारे 50-50 मैचेस जीत जाते हैं. लास्ट में कोई भी छक्के मार देता है और जीत जाते हैं. So at least 3 or 4 players have been in incredible form for them.
Okay. The toss is going to happen anytime soon right now. But before that, let's quickly take a look at the points table, how it is shaping up. If you look at the top half of the points table, you will see Gujarat Titans sitting right on the top because, of course, of not just winning 8 matches out of 10, but also a very healthy net run rate. I don't think इनको इतना फर्क पड़ेगा. Right behind them is Lucknow Super Giants, the 2 new teams of IPL taking the top 2 slots. Second half of the points table is where you will find Mumbai Indians. नीचे और नीचे देखो. Exactly. 1 win out of 9 matches with just 2 points and minus 0.83 net run rate. Mismatch of sorts. But Anchit, before this IPL auction happened, in fact, let's just say after this IPL auction happened, did you expect Mumbai to do so badly? Because we all knew they had a bad auction.
Yeah, So with Mumbai, there's always this feeling कि वो कुछ ना कुछ तो कर ही लेंगे. They always do it, right? But auction-wise, I think they easily had the worst auction. They did not realize कि उनके कितने अच्छे players गए हैं, and they failed to replace them. I think player for player. So I feel like balance के मामले में Mumbai is the least balanced team out there right now.
Okay, but Khyati, isn't this always a thing that when you see good teams who have dominated not just 1, 2 but 4, 5 years? If you see Chicago Bulls, right after that amazing run with Michael Jordan, they had a downfall and a massive nosedive. मतलब बहुत बुरा हाल हो गया था. Isn't this a thing with most of the teams के अच्छा 4-5 साल निकल गया फिर तो बुरा टाइम आना ही है?
I think it's only natural. It depends on how soon or how long it takes. They have 5 titles. It could have happened after 7 titles. Or maybe it could have happened after 3. It did happen to Chennai. They couldn't play a season. Then the season after that they won. And uske baad they finished like ekdam niche like Mumbai is right now. And so I think it's very natural. And if you ask a Manchester United fan about rise and fall of teams, so you know what I would feel. So yeah. I get what Mumbai Indians is going through, but I'm very happy that they are down there.
अगले साल 10 साल हो जाएंगे टाइटल जीते हुए यूनाइटेड को. But anyway, Anshit, any positives from Mumbai this season if you could name any?
Tilak Verma, I would say, is the first one. He has been. I think he's going to stay in that Mumbai team for at least 5 years now. He's going to be a core member, and obviously Sky is amazing. He has always been amazing for them. A huge loss to KKR. I don't know why they didn't keep him. But yeah, I would say in terms of young talent, they also got Tim Stubbins, the young South African, in place of Tymal Mills, and also they have Donald Brevis. So अगर हम इस सीजन को छोड़ के आगे का देखें, so it's definitely a good side in my opinion. उनका थोड़ा all-rounders and bowling side में they can improve, which can happen at any auction. But I feel like the batting order is set for 5 or 6 years now.
Okay, and if you have to ask the same question about Gujarat to Khyati, but not positives, but negatives. आपको, I know they are winning, 8 मैच जीत चुके हैं, sitting on top of the points table, playoffs में almost मतलब ticket confirmed ही है. What are the negatives for Gujarat Titans if I had to, make you the devil's advocate?
I think it would be their opening. It hasn't been that great. And considering the kind of players they have, they should be able to provide their team with a very good, like a opening partnership, like a solid start. Like even if, the first batsman gets out in like, let's say the third over, but if they've gone and, scored like 30, 40, like by that, like you just go and bash the bowlers that are coming and score a good a beginning, then it helps. Or you stay on and slowly, build that total, then it helps. But I think that has been one of their negatives, that the batters aren't really performing the way you would expect them to. Like, and on paper, if you read Shubman Gill and Pandya, so you would be like, it would be a good batting side, but it's been okay. They've not been bad, but I think it's been okay.
Okay. But Anshit, matchups के बारे में बात करते हैं. I know toss में बस कुछ ही टाइम बचा है, 11 मिनट बचा है. But matchups अगर आपको देखने होंगे, तो who are these interesting battles, sub battles that you're looking forward to?
I think that Rahul Tewatia will be an interesting person because वो काफी hit and miss लगता है. Yes, clutch moments वो हमेशा चल जाता है, but I would like to see him against the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, because Bumrah has also been kind of on and off this season. Yes, he's been bowling well, but in terms of wicket taking, इतना अच्छा नहीं कर पा रहा है वो इस season. Of course, he will always bowl well. He's Bumrah, but yes, I would say, and Mumbai spinners. I feel like at this point, anyone can take on Mumbai spinners because they keep chopping and changing them, and no one seems to settle. They played Karthikeya last time and they seem to do well. So let's see. I hope Karthikeya उनका थोड़ा बन जाता है set player, because their spinning department is really struggling right now.
Okay. Khyati, we've always seen, win the toss, bowl first. Apart from that one-odd match when Gujarat decided, नहीं हम तो batting करेंगे, they ended up on the losing side. अगर आज वापस हार्दिक पांड्या टॉस जीतते हैं, would you think he'll probably go in with the same risk again?
No, I don't think so, because दूध का जरा छाछ भी फूक के पीता है. So I think because they had winning streak.
Hold that thought, because he has won the toss and decided to bowl first. Timing, yeah, man.
That was great timing.
Right. So bowling first.
So now they are bowling first, and I think it's a good decision maybe, because they have Rashid Khan, who has good numbers against Rohit Sharma, and Rohit Sharma hasn't been Rohit Sharma. So probably that is why. But of course, there are batters in that team who can counter Rohit Sharma. So, Rashid Khan. So you don't know how that will go. But I think, if you have a bowling team, bowling unit which looks better than your batting unit, then it's probably wise to go with them first.
Okay, Gujarat is playing an unchanged 11, but Anshit, do you think this Gujarat bowling lineup is perhaps the strongest in IPL 2022? You have Lockie, you have Shami, Alzari Joseph, you have Rashid, you have Tewatia coming in part-time, and you have Yash Dayal as well.
Definitely. I would say, अगर हम pace bowling देखेंगे, तो Lockie Ferguson is right up there in terms of speed, in terms of accuracy, and we would say in terms of spinning, yes, Rashid Khan का ये सबसे अच्छा साल तो नहीं है, but he's Rashid Khan. He's gonna do something or the other. Like वो bowling नहीं कर रहा था, उसने batting से match जिता दिया. So in terms of T20 players, Rashid Khan is as good as you can get. So I would say definitely Gujarat is right up there with any team.
Okay. One change for Mumbai Indians. Murugan Ashwin comes in for Hrithik Shaukin. कैसे क्यों कर रहे हैं? मतलब I don't understand these changes. Khyati, could you explain? I mean, I know you're playing for pride, but एक नया खिलाड़ी उसको क्यों बाहर बिठा रहे हो आप?
See, it beats me. I think if they had gone, because like you said, it's a new player. You know, आप उनको और एक match खिला दो या you put him on the bench, it's not affecting your team that much, right? And अब तो chances भी नहीं है. So either they are like, it's, and I can't even say it's डूबते को तिनके का सहारा, because you know, if you have like, अच्छा नहीं, Sky को बिठा के किसी और को ले आए because Sky has not been doing well or something on those lines, then you would still apply that logic कि अच्छा डूबते को तिनके का सहारा. This I think is just मन बहलाने के लिए कि अच्छा चेंज किया, maybe they think that this person fits better or something like that, but I don't think it's going to change their fortunes too much.
Okay,
Their
probably
spin department, has always been like this season. They always keep chopping and changing. Murugan Ashwin has not done well either way. So I feel Hrithik Shaukin को ही वो अगर chance दे देते, they give 3-4 matches to actually prove himself. That would have been much better. But वो change ही करते रहते हैं सारे spinners उनके. So yeah.
Probably in a multiverse, Doctor Strange or Rohit Sharma is doing something else. But here's the Gujarat playing 11. If you want to see that right now, it's up on your screens. The Gujarat Titans, they're playing an unchanged side. Khyati, you want to run us through the playing 11? What are your thoughts about this?
Okay, so first up, like I was saying, Shubman Gill. First heart aches because from KKR he's gone to another team, so वो दुख थोड़ा है. But I was really expecting that, you know, because initial couple of matches he was doing well for Gujarat, so I thought, but I think अब वही KKR वाला scene थोड़ा बहुत repeat हो रहा है. Then comes Riddhiman Saha, who's like this. एक पता है बीच में concept आया था like super sub in a match. He's like the super sub of the tournament. कि उनको आप 14 matches में से make him play only 2 matches, and in those 2 matches he will perform like, you know, up to you should play me for all the other matches. He always has those performances. जो आता है at such crucial times. He did that with Sunrisers Hyderabad also. So that, then there is of course Hardik Pandya, who I think I know everybody's been saying that, you know, he's half an all-rounder now because he doesn't bowl now, but I think if it's going to be like that for a foreseeable future, that he may not be able to bowl, I think he has enough batting talent, so that why don't you just convert him into a batter then? I mean, if complete bowlers can become complete batters, I think Hardik Pandya has enough firepower, at least for T20s, कि वो full ऐसे only batter बन जाए if he, you know, doctors have said that he can't bowl. So yeah, and then there is of course Rahul Tewatia, who always does Rahul Tewatia things. So I think side looks good, but the only thing is they don't end up like, I know they have like a winning streak and everything, but it's also been a lot of matches have been like, you know, by the whiskers. The wins have been very narrow. So I think they kind of you know, pull up their boots and everything, because it's only going to get tougher from here.
But on that same thought, you're saying winning streak and all, and itne sare matches लगातार जीते. But Ajit, do you think Gujarat peaked early in this season? Because it could be a problem for them later.
Yeah. Even Hardik Pandya said in an interview recently that I feel like all our luck has been used up now, and we'll struggle in the next phase of the tournament. Because when they came in, they absolutely looked unbeatable. Everyone was on form. No one was doing badly. And now some cracks are starting to show up. They're still managing to survive. But अभी थोड़ा पता लग रहा है, okay, this is a human team. They will, you know, mess up some here or there. So I feel like Shubman Gill, I want to talk about, because he always has been like a player which has absolutely massive potential. But except like 3 or 4 games in a season, he never seems to do it consistently. He's,
like a
in my opinion. Yeah, Sanju Samson, definitely. In my opinion, Shubman Gill is one of the classiest batsmen out there. I love watching him hit his shots, but he doesn't seem to hit them very often.
Okay. Up against Shubman Gill will be this playing 11. Let's look at the कौन वो 11 खिलाड़ी हैं जो मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए आज खेलने वाले हैं. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, because there's only one change. Murugan Ashwin comes in place of Hrithik Shaukin. Anshit, you want to run through this playing 11 for us?
Yeah, of course. So change का तो कोई मतलब नहीं है, like for like हो गया. Rohit Sharma and Ishan Kishan have both been failing as openers, but they are both incredible players as we've seen before. So I hope that one of them can actually, you know, take their team forward and actually stay till the 16th, 17th over, if not more. Surya Kumar Yadav has been incredible, will be incredible. Same for Tilak Verma. Kieran Pollard is a player that I feel like is coming to his last stages as a cricket player now, especially in T20s. He's already retired from West Indies, and I feel like he's not pulling his punches anymore. Tim David is a player that is incredibly talented, and I could not understand why he was not in the team. He was left out of the team after just one innings. When you buy a player like Tim David for so much money, तुम्हें उसको chance तो देना ही चाहिए at least for a whole season, right? And Daniel Sams has been one of those IPL players that never is an incredible hit, but yeah, he seems to do his job sometimes. And Bumrah, of course, sooner or later he's gonna get 3 wickets with 3 Yorkers at any time soon, in my opinion. I think Riley Meredith is a good option. I feel like they finally settled on him as a fast bowler from overseas that they'll use this season because he's been doing pretty well, and I feel like he should be given the whole season, in my opinion. Now he should not be changed.
Okay, I think एक interesting है Kumar Karthik. We've been hearing stories about this young guy. The story goes that his coach actually revealed to ESPN Cricket Info and said that when he joined a cricket camp, he got his first lunch after almost a year. He would survive on biscuits. I mean, isn't IPL all about this? These lovely stories, heartwarming stories of players coming from literally nowhere and then doing exceedingly well.
See, I think that is what when IPL started and they were planning T20, there was a lot of criticism also about how it would kill cricket and everything. So that is a debate we can have for another day. But there was also one point that was put forward that IPL would give a chance to a lot of young cricketers because there's so much cricketing talent. Because there's so many aspiring cricketers that IPL was probably that ideal platform because people go out scouting and for them to come and play. So I think IPL, I don't know what other good thing it might have done. Like, of course, it's provided employment, everything. But one good thing that has come out of IPL are these young players, sometimes not so young players who come and, who get those opportunities. So, like, if you currently, Umran Malik, Mohammad Siraj, they all have these stories where they have struggled so much of how they've left a lot of personal things behind because they wanted to achieve this. So everything said and done, this IPL, just IPL, there's one good thing that comes out of this is how young players are not only getting the exposure, they're also getting the money that would kind of encourage their parents to, ki nahi khelne do. Otherwise, money is a big issue, of letting your children go and play cricket, and because they're like, there's so many players, tumhara kya chance hai? So I think the money that they get is also such a big, a boost for them, for the parents to encourage them to pursue the sport. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, around your top 150 cricketers in India get a chance to feature in IPL in any form, be as a net bowler as well, but that's a good opportunity. लेकिन अब थोड़ा डिटेल में बात करते हैं गुजरात के बारे में. We've spoken about Gill and Saha, but Pandya के बारे में बात करते हैं. Anchit, do you think Pandya has picked up an injury because of which he's not bowling? And उसके बाद ये भी होगा कि you have a World T20 coming up. Is he conserving himself for that? क्या चल रहा है वहाँ पे? अगर आपको कुछ पता हो तो बताएं.
So starting में तो he picked up an injury, but वो injury कब तक चलेगी, अब कब तक वो रहेगा, excuse we don't know. उसका कोई डिटेल भी नहीं है. IPL से पहले भी सारे इंटरव्यूज में he was saying कि अब मैच खेलते टाइम में पता लगेगा, उससे पहले तो मैं बताऊंगा नहीं. So I feel like Hardik Pandya, as Khyati was saying, that he is as good a batter as anyone in India in T20s, and उसको हम batter convert कर सकते हैं. But there is a question also. For example, Hardik Pandya is a very good bowler as well. In 2016, he bowled the last over for Dhoni, right? In the semi-finals, I think. Against Bangladesh, and he did extremely well. So I feel like that sort of talent is being wasted. I don't know if he can bowl or he can't bowl. He has bowled a few times in the IPL. But if he can bowl, I feel like he's sort of wasting his bowling talent and going for his batting alone. But that I feel like is a kind of a waste for India, because when Hardik Pandya came into the scene, he was seen as a next Kapil Dev type of a figure, right? He could do everything, and he could do everything very, very well.
It was Irfan Pathan first and then Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
Being compared to the great Kapil Dev. But anyway, एक और talent है जिसके बारे में मैं बात करना चाहता हूँ, वो है Rahul Tewatia. And I think no better person than Khyati Patel to talk about Rahul Tewatia. Has he given enough instances and enough reasons for Indian selectors to finally say he deserves to be not just in the Indian team but to play a match?
No, I don't think so. Like, and it's not his fault. It's just that there are so many people out there, and there are so many people who came before him who didn't get that chance. I think even if he's done his best, I'm talking just like practically here, that it might be difficult for him to find a place in the Indian side. But purely talking like in terms of his talent, in the way he's gone about, I think he definitely, probably not in the T20 World Cup, वो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, but a T20 normal non-World Cup match, I think he definitely deserves a place. Because the point with the point with T20 matches is most often most of them end up being those close encounters. There are very few T20 matches which are like foregone conclusions. And Rahul Tewatia has provided masterclass after masterclass on those, and he's shown so many times that he can pull his team out of those close encounters. So I think as far as T20 is concerned, he definitely deserves a chance. But because there is plenty in India, it may not be happening anytime soon.
Okay. Let's switch focus to Mumbai. And Anchit, मैं आपसे यही पूछूंगा कि Rohit Sharma, what is happening to him? A as a cricketer, as a batter, and B as a captain. Because context मैं आपको देता हूँ. अभी उनको Team India captaincy मिली है overall. So how much do you think this one bad season of IPL might affect his captaincy and his mindset going into a World T20 year?
So yes, in terms of a mindset, I hope he doesn't fall into a negative mindset that he's not, good enough to be an Indian captain because he couldn't make Mumbai win. But I would say he has already made Mumbai win 5 times already. So in terms of the international to IPL comparisons, I would say Rohit Sharma has always done more in international cricket than in IPL. Even if he did well in the IPL, it was not as good as Rohit Sharma has done in the international. I think he has scored 3 centuries in T20 cricket internationally, right? And IPL में I don't think उसकी एक भी है या फिर एक होगी. I'm not sure. But in terms of the World T20 coming up, I'm not worried at all because Rohit Sharma ऐसा ही player है that internationally he always delivers, and I think he will as usual. Yeah.
But again, the same question. I think I'll bounce this to Khyati. You had a great squad. You won 5 IPL titles as a captain, but you have a SHIT squad and you're not winning. So this clearly shows that Rohit's captaincy was good enough or not good enough. What do you think? Great squad versus bad squad, reasonably good position in the points table versus being 10th.
See, it does seem like, because it's not that good a side. So probably Rohit's captaincy was not all that good, and it looked only better because of his team. But I would just say it's the first season.
It's the first bad season.
And also, I think it, as a captain, maybe there were certain things he was doing and certain things he didn't have to do because he has a good team. So right now, maybe he's not understood that maybe because the team is probably not that good. There are a few little extra things that I need to do that I was not doing earlier. Maybe he's not got his head around that or something like that. But I still think that while it does in a way, if you just have 2 points, it does reflect on your captaincy. I don't necessarily think it makes him like a not good captain.
Not worthy. Okay. But again, we'll stick to Mumbai, and Anchit, my next question to you is that Ishan Kishan, I mean, he was on top of the world, and an astronomical amount of money given to you to play an IPL season. And then suddenly there's literally a full stop, not even a comma. How would you pick yourself up from this position? Specifically, you are in the reckoning for the World T20. You might get a game or 2 or maybe more in World T20. How would you motivate yourself? क्या दिमाग में चल रहा होगा वो बताओ.
I feel like जैसे ही वो 16 करोड़ का बिका, वो उसके ऊपर वो प्रेशर आ चुका था because Ishan Kishan before this season has not been a player जो ज़्यादा सोच के खेले, right? He always hits his shot, is very confident, and he always seems to do well. And even this season, it started off thinking like ऐसा ही होने वाला है. Ishan Kishan is going to do his usual, good runs, good shots. But I feel like the 16 crore price tag has आ चुका है
a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. And yes, everyone did seem to question why Mumbai seemed to pay that much for him. But in my opinion, if you have the purse for it, why not go for it? You believe in the player. You believe he can be your player for the next 10 years. Yeah, you have groomed him, and he has done exceptionally well. For example, I did not think that it was a waste of money to go for Ishan Kishan for that much money. I feel like even if this season he doesn't do well, he's going to do very, very well in the coming seasons. So I feel like Mumbai Indians has a huge part to play in terms of a mindset. I feel like Rohit Sharma and Mumbai Indians should tell him that and should just say that we've already lost this season. Just go and hit your shots. Don't think about the World T20. If you get selected, it's fine. If you don't, you always have the next one coming very soon.
Okay, fair enough. Right, matchups के बारे में बात करनी है. ख्याति, any matchups you're looking forward to?
Rashid Khan versus Rohit Sharma, like I said.
Okay. Anything apart from that?
No, not really. But that's Lockie Ferguson. I think Lockie Ferguson with his pace against any Mumbai Indians bowler batsman right now, because Mumbai Indian की batting is ऐसे थोड़ा पत्ते जैसी है. Lockie Ferguson is like तेज हवा का झोंका.
Yeah, Lockie Ferguson has actually not done very well in front of Rohit Sharma ever. So I would think that this is the right moment for him to, get going, because Rohit Sharma is in very bad form and Lockie Ferguson, I think, is doing very well this season. So I feel like this is his chance.
All right. Thank you so much, Khyati Patel and Anchit, for talking to us. Quick reminder, आज match कौन सा है? Match है आज Mumbai Indians versus Gujarat Titans का. The team which is ranking top of the points table versus the team which is languishing at the bottom of the points table. कौन जीतेगा? मैच शुरू होने वाला है कुछ ही मिनट में. आप मैच जरूर देखिएगा. कमेंट करके हमें जरूर बताएं कि कौन आज मैच जीतेगा, गुजरात टाइटंस की मुंबई इंडियंस. एंड ऑल्सो प्लीज डाउनलोड द एडिटर जी ऐप अगर आपने अभी तक नहीं करी है, एंड फॉलो अस ऑन ऑल सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग एंड थैंक यू सो मच Anchit and Khyati for coming on board.